let's switch gears a little bit then. Let's move to the NBA real quick. It's the only thing we really had to talk about the NBA right now. Um, so Myles Turner getting extended for 2 years for 60 million. Why? What? I don't know. I don't know why. I broke it down. I looked up because I'm like, how does this break down? They said 60 million. I'm like, that just seems like a lot of money. It adds 17.1 million to his contract this year. It adds 35 for next year, and then adds 20 for the year after that. Like, is he overpaid? Do we? I was looking at his numbers. He's career high all the way across the board this year.
Man,
But
everybody's overpaid.
I
Everybody's
mean,
career high
yeah.
across the board
But
this year as well.
okay, I'm
Russell
just thinking.
Westbrook is making
I'm just
$50
thinking
million this
about. We're
year.
just talking about
Everybody's
Myles
overpaid.
Turner and I guess his impact on the Pacers, a young team that's
The
middle of the
Pacers are a
pack.
shit show,
He's
and I'm
had
gonna
an
tell you
impact.
why.
I don't know.
Let me tell you why the Pacers are a shit show. So you trade Sabonis away last year, thinking we're just gonna tank, we're gonna rebuild, but you end up doing the same thing that you was doing last year in the middle of the pack, winning games you shouldn't, losing games that you shouldn't. So you're in the same situation, but everybody when Sabonis got traded, oh, that's an amazing trade. We're gonna rebuild, we're gonna do all this, we're gonna suck for a little bit, it's all good. You're in the same situation that you were in last year. So it's just like, when are y'all gonna make the change to actually grow? Because I was
But
very critical of that trade. Granted, your boy is balling.
Halliburton is a dog.
Halliburton is
Halliburton is nice.
He's a
that is a
dog.
legitimate franchise point guard that's going to be
Yes, it
around
is.
for a
Yes, it is.
long time. So that ended up being a great trade, but I don't think that was their goal, and I think their goal was to get rid of some guys so they can kind of go back down to ground level and start to build back up. But you're in the middle of the pack. Like I said, you're beating teams that you have no business beating, but you're losing to the Nets with nobody. Uh, that's that's a shit show. But I don't.
Okay, so um, being a fan also, I look at it. I wasn't mad about the trade because I mean, initially, as a fan, you think the same thing. You're like, okay, let's trade away our one asset that we have,
Mm-hmm.
and you get back some younger players. You can kind of scout them, see who's going to turn out to be anything. Some
Mm-hmm.
decent draft picks, and man, start developing some young talent to keep up with how the game was playing. I think the Pacers are one of the last teams that was just playing that slow ball back
Mm-hmm.
with Paul George and the two bigs and like all of that. Like you had Sabonis, who was I think he's kind of traditional, um, and you were just playing too slow. You couldn't keep up. You couldn't score enough, and you couldn't play enough defense. So I think you get these young guys. You get some young shooters, like you say. You got Halliburton. You got um,
Buddy Hield,
Buddy Hill.
Ben Mathurin's a piece.
Yeah. You probably gonna be the rookie or six man in the year. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like it's. I think you're starting to see that, and like you said, the middle of the pack. But do you look at that as like, oh man, like yeah, it's the wrong way, or do you look at it like, okay, we made a good trade, we kind of got some quality back, and now do we shuffle through and try to see what we could pull out the draft, maybe what we could pull out of free agency because we're not really paying nobody but Myles Turner, so there's money there to maybe bring in a veteran presence. I don't know who that is. Don't get me even started, but
So don't
somebody
nobody want to go play for them?
that's true too because now you're a small market team. You're not one player away, I don't believe. Um, and I don't really believe in the coach. I think Rick Carlisle has had his time. I think you need to bring in somebody else.
You had him. Then they let go. Homeboy that's coaching for Atlanta now.
Oh yes,
You had him.
McMillan.
I can't think of
McMillan.
it. McMillan.
Yes,
Yep.
Yep.
like
Yeah.
I don't think I think him with a young with this
He
core
was
would have been
there.
better.
They let him
Yeah,
go.
yeah. So I think I don't know. I don't know. I think you just gotta wait. I think we're still as a fans playing the waiting game.
Man, that's
That's
stupid.
just me.
That's stupid.
I
How
don't,
you gonna like?
So why'd
I
you
can't
pay him?
stand.
I
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
know.
Exactly.
I'm just as confused as
What are you
y'all.
waiting on?
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
confused. I know what they're doing because this
I
is what
think
they always do.
I think
I
you're waiting to
mean,
just to see what's
no.
gonna
Okay.
churn out of the bunch.
Well, let's get to the meat of your question because you didn't even go. Myles Turner. That was
Yeah,
your question.
yeah.
You didn't say nothing about Myles. The reality is this. Yeah, I mean, you
I
literally said nothing
I
about
don't
Myles.
believe he should have been paid that much to average 17 points a game, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks, a steal, and 2 assists. I don't think he's worth that.
I
Here's the
mean,
thing.
shit, with the landscape of the NBA and them stats you just ran off, that's about a good 30 mil.
Here's the well. You're
That's
not
about
wrong.
it.
You're not wrong because that's how guys are getting paid for those type of stats. But
Hmm.
here's the reality. I like today in
And
NBA.
he's
I look
shooting
at it and
like
I say,
almost 40% from the three. I think that's
That's
probably
I don't think he's
what's
that
getting him
high.
paid. I,
I don't think he's that.
I'm, I'm looking at it
I
right
mean,
now. He's shooting
if
39.3% this season. For a career, he's shooting 35% from the three. I'm looking at it right now.
okay. Well, long and short, you look at it and to me, what does he do elite? He does one thing that you would consider to be elite, and that is his help
Block
side ability
shots.
block shots.
That's it.
Outside of that, he does nothing elite. Would I paid him? No. But I also don't think I'm with Jared. They do this stupid stuff year after year, so they're always going to be right around the middle. They're never going to be terrible, and they're never going to be contenders like to win anything
right.
because they're just always going to medal. Trey Turner, see what you can get. Like I said this, and I just said it on a whim, not even thinking anything about it. But I said you got a team, and I'm again random thought, but it was like you got a team like Golden State who wants a big, they're desperate. Man, go take some of their assets. Go take a James Wiseman, a Kaminga, and a draft pick or something and get rid of Myles. Like, do something different than what you always seem to be doing. Because I think with Matherin, you got a staple on the team. I think Halliburton, you got a staple on the team.
Man,
Out,
that's a nasty backcourt
that's a
coming.
nasty yeah. But then outside of that, you don't have anybody that I'm looking at saying, "Oh man, they can't go." Everybody else can get traded.
Hmm.
Everybody.
Especially when you traded Sabonis.
Correct.
Right.
Like you said, right? What was the point of trading him? But then, like, what are we doing? What is the direction? What are you doing? They have no direction. You hire Carlisle. Why? Why? Again, he was your. I tell people all the time. I said, y'all forget he coached the Patriots before, right? Like
Yep.
they fired him, and then you're recycling him again through the
I
system.
believe that right.
Nothing's changed, my man. Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
So,
I agree
my,
with all that.
yeah. So I mean,
But I also think too, like last year they tried to get DeAndre Ayton, and I think since that fell through, like I feel like they felt like they was kind of stuck with Miles.
And like I
no, the
said,
only
I
reason
don't
why they
think.
fell true is because Miles was injured. Miles was injured. That's why they couldn't trade him. No team wanted to take Miles
Oh
while he was
yeah,
injured.
that's right. That's right. You're
Literally,
right.
that's the only reason why nothing happened last
Yeah,
year is
because there was that
because
sign
he
and
was hurt.
trade. Yeah, yeah, because
He
they
was
was
I
hurt.
because
actually, I'm
Phoenix
not.
didn't want to pay him.
I'm not actually mad at the contract. Now that I'm sitting back here and thinking about what some other guys got for what they're producing, I don't think it's a terrible contract. But I'm with y'all. Like, what is the end goal? What are you trying to do? How are you planning to get there?
Yeah,
And I don't
and
know if this deal, because it pretty much keeps you where you are. Like you said,
yes,
you're not rock bottom, but you're not a contender. So it's just like, what is the long term vision behind signing him? It's almost like, do you want to rebuild? Get rid of him, get some assets.
yes.
Like you said, Golden State would have gave up some stuff for him.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Lakers would have gave up some stuff for him.
Lakers
It's
would
just
have,
like,
even though the
here's some
Lakers
Lakers
ain't
pieces.
definitely
got.
would have got
No, the
upset.
You
Lakers
don't
didn't
even
want to
have
do it.
anything.
They
That's
tried.
a that's a whole nother question. Like, since when do all these teams think that they can trade one guy for Russ and 2 first round
Right,
picks?
right.
I'd be looking at like Zach Levine for Russ and 2 first round
First,
picks. Like, what
stop,
the hell?
stop, yeah,
That's the most
stop.
And these are first
disrespectful.
round picks in
And
2027 and
yeah,
2029.
damn, I lost my train of thought that quick. There's no fucking way. And Russ is on an expiring contract. Why the hell would the
Chicago
Lakers
do
do
that.
that? Why?
Why would Chicago do that?
Money. The
I mean,
Lakers are
yeah,
trying to do it because they're trying to dump his
Chicago will
contract.
benefit from it. You get the money, you get that 50 million off the books, and you get 2 first round picks. If I'm Chicago, absolutely, I'm doing that. Like,
I'm not.
but
You know why I'm not doing it? Chicago's not. Again, Chicago's not a destination for free agents, my man. We long past that. Free agents ain't running to go to Chicago. And then two, you got to be able to hit on your draft picks.
that's true too. But
So
hey,
I mean, you're losing an all star and potentially getting nothing back in
but,
return.
but,
Real
but,
talk.
but, but where you going with it though?
Well, no, they're
Where the
similar
Chicago Bulls headed?
situation.
I think
Yeah, like
the benefit is really just for the Lakers because they're
oh,
trying
it
to get
is.
another scorer. somebody who could create on their own. That's what they're trying to get for
The,
Russ.
the
That
Lakers
the money's not going to be as
for the
high.
sake of their team, they need to just go ahead and scratch this year as a loss, let Russ
Can't
come
do
off the books, and then rebuild. Like, cause I'm a LeBron fan, so you would
it.
think that I
LeBron
would
don't
be
want to do
like,
it.
well, please just trade all your future assets. I don't care. Just get
Nah,
whoever you need to
I
help.
don't think that's
At some point, you gotta just take what it is.
Mhm.
Poor ass coaching, poor decision making, LeBron included. I don't even understand what they're doing half the times. Like
They're bad.
I don't get
Like
it.
you said, they're
They
I
bad.
don't.
don't
Players
understand
have
what
been
they're
bad.
doing.
Players
It's
have been bad.
literally
Coaching's been bad. Like
it's just
just bad.
YMCA ball every night. I mean,
Yep.
you up six with a minute 30, then all you want to do is shoot threes with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. I
Yep.
don't fucking understand it. And like I said, LeBron included. That's this is not, oh, I'm trying to exclude my favorite player. No, he's included. So I don't know what's going on there. At the end of the day, the Lakers got to just say, okay, so
Yep.
LeBron, you can play as long as you want, whatever, but we got to start building something for the future. You
Yep.
can't keep trading away all your assets trying to make a situation that should be decent now, which is a shit show, trying to make that better and try to make that contending for an NBA title. You can't do it. You
Hey, you
got
can't
to
polish your turd, my man.
hold on to your
I
damn
mean,
turn.
you can. It's
I
just
feel
still
like
like shit.
It's still gonna be shit.
I feel like
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook is enough for because he's on an expiring contract. How many guys in the league that you can trade for and you'll be able to wipe away 50 million off your books because that dude makes close to 50
And
million
I think,
dollars.
but
Like,
I think when you
so
look
that
at,
should be valuable in itself enough
but
to get at least a
but I
player that
think,
can
but
help.
you,
but
I
I think it's
think
only
I,
valuable for a team that can attract the free agents. That's the problem.
exactly. So
Man, like
I think
people ain't going to
Russ,
the Bulls for real. You don't think that they
but
can get?
Think about it. They
no,
traded
no,
for
no, no.
Vucevic and they traded for DeRozan. They're not. Nobody's just
Man,
going there. If I
that
ain't
I
is
think,
Not
mistaken,
a free
I
agency.
think the
No.
not a free
problem, I think
agency.
the problem with the Russ situation is that the Russ isn't a $50 million player.
right.
So
But
when you
like Jerry
get
said,
that,
But that
that's. I
the
mean,
team
most
that
of
you,
these
he's
I
guys,
mean,
trading,
most
I
of these
mean,
guys ain't worth the money they making.
the
right, but
receiving
I'm just
team
saying,
ain't paying that contract though.
but I'm thinking the Lakers want, I don't want to say a top talent, but they want someone
Lakers
very
just need to
good.
fucking chill.
I'm
Just
just telling you what they want. So
It's a
that's
rough
where the
look, bro.
picks, that's where the picks come in
fucking
because people
chill.
are like, okay, you want Zach LaVine. I think people agree that Zach LaVine is better at what he does than Westbrook is at what he's doing. And you got to think the money in the NBA got to match up. So you got to be close to 50 million. The contract has to
Hmm.
be. So
Or your team
you
got to be
can't
able to
just trade.
absorb that difference. Yeah.
Right. You can't
And
just trade a $10
mm-mm.
million player for a $50 million player.
Yep.
You can't
Yep.
do it. The money got
Hey,
to match up.
it's some nice free agents this year though. So that's
But
why I'm saying the Lakers need to
but
just
but
ride it
then
out.
you
Let it go.
but you got,
Exactly. Let it
I
go.
hear what
Let
you're
it go.
saying, but you also got somebody who like LeBron, who's d- you
Fuck
don't think
that.
he's gonna keep playing the way he's playing. Well, I mean,
No,
you
no, no.
just don't
Yeah, I
believe
feel
it is.
that.
But
But
you
Here's the
look at
I,
thing.
I,
you look at it
if
like
you
this is
can't
your
win with
player.
this team, like if I'm the Lakers front office, I'm like, nah, y'all finish your shit off. Russ is coming off the books. You got Kyrie, free agent. You got Chris Middleton, free agent. You got James Harden will be a
Right.
free agent this year. You
But
got some players that you can get.
but
I ain't giving
you
away no more
also
first round
but
picks,
you
bro.
also got to think, who you going who I ain't gonna say who wants to come to the Lakers, but with the way y'all been playing,
No, say
with
it.
the way I'm saying, like with the way the Lakers have been for the past since they won the bubble, since the bubble, we'll say since the
They'll
bubble.
get they'll get
You gotta make
they'll get who
somebody
they
wanna come. You're gonna have to overpay somebody to come,
I mean,
and
you're gonna max
you
all of
really
those
need
guys that I just named are you probably maxing out anyway. So
right, but you need two. I think you need two.
I
You can't
don't.
just
Well,
get one.
I don't.
can I ask a question though? Because I got something to say. I did see that. Let me ask you a question though, and Ike, maybe you can answer this. I don't know of one player that you're gonna trade because the only player you're trying to trade is Westbrook, essentially, and maybe some of the trash
Mhm.
that's on the roster. What one player do you think you're gonna trade to get that's gonna make them a contender? I
That's
don't
my
think they're out there, so I agree with you, Jared. Chalk it up
Yeah.
and hit it in the free
I
agency
mean,
draft, and
I feel
then
like
go into
I feel
next
like
year.
if you
But
could
they don't have no
somehow
draft
get
picks. They don't have no
if you
draft picks
if
till
they could
20,
if they
Oh,
could have
that's right.
got
27.
if they could have got
So they
Kyrie
ain't
going
they.
into this season, I think they probably could have been something.
Yeah.
I don't think
that
so.
I think was
They just need another person that can go get a bucket that's not turnover prone. You
Yeah.
can't have two or more guys on your team that could get you
5
seven,
plus.
But
turnovers,
but
five.
do you
Right, like you can't do that. That doesn't work.
but do
Any
you
combination.
pay but do you
And then they don't play defense. Like
That's
but do,
but see, that's why
they
I
exactly.
say
play defense
The
like it
Kyrie
doesn't
thing.
matter.
See, that's my Kyrie thing.
They
Like, I
don't play
love
defense.
Kyrie, but
Me too.
you're adding him to a team that already don't play
Don't play
defense. And then
defense.
my
I feel
biggest
like
issue with the Lakers has been for years, you can't trust AD. That's my issue. Like, you have a guy that you can't trust.
you can't.
So I can't see them
And
winning
like,
because you can't trust your
You
second
can't.
best player on the team.
and then you get Kyrie, who he don't play full seasons either.
Yeah, that's true. That
No, you
nigga be
don't.
putting in PTOs.
So, and he won a max contract. That was the whole situation in Brooklyn.
I
They
think
didn't want to change.
maybe Dame, if
So
they could have figured
now
something out with
Dame
that,
don't want
maybe
Dame.
could make
Dame ain't
different.
leaving Portland.
I know that. I'm just saying.
Everybody in the
You
league
were
got
saying you were
divorced.
asking like what changed that they
Yeah,
What
no,
he
no,
made,
no.
yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
I
But
mean, I
like,
feel like there's some guys that can make the Lakers go better, but the
yes,
coaching is terrible. Like the coaching is terrible.
but
Some of the
you
decisions
need
that guys on the
defenders.
court are making reflects the coaching. Because like, how are you even letting this shit happen?
What you
He
need.
ain't coaching. He just letting them roll the
Man, I
balls out and
swear
play.
he's
That
not
is
coaching
exactly what's going
anything.
on.
Like
What you
not
need
coaching
is
anything.
you need to get a score, and you need to surround them with 3 and D. That's all you need.
Hey,
You've seen LeBron thrive the best when he has somebody else who can go and get buckets consistently, and a team that can play defense and possibly knock down shots.
But to me, that was a young LeBron who was going to
Yeah.
be able
Yeah.
to carry a team, and I don't think in a series
That's why I'm
he can
saying
carry a team against the teams
So,
in the West right
But
now.
that's what I'm
That's the
saying. You
problem.
need somebody else who can carry the scoring load.
what
that's what
Justin
they
just
thought was
said
AD. That's
takes me to
crazy.
what I
That's
was
what I'm
about to
saying.
say.
That's what I'm saying. You need another
Go ahead,
scorer,
Ike.
but the rest of
Right.
the guys need to be 3 and D. As you were saying, about to say, Ike. I'm sorry.
So I mean, Jared kind of touched on this earlier. What Justin literally just said, and I've said this maybe 2 months ago, before LeBron started rolling, scoring 30 a game. LeBron's 30 a game is no different than Jordan's 20 a game when he was at the end part of his career. Neither are winning. They're not contributing to winning at all. They don't have anything around them that is going to help them win. So it's almost like empty calorie points. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like because nobody really talking about the Lakers losing right now. Just like when Jordan was with the Wizards,
It's
nobody was talking about the
becoming
Wizards losing at that
Dorm
time.
now.
It's literally just, oh, well, LeBron scoring all these points. Let's switch the focus over to this record that he's about to break. Nobody's really talking about how bad that team is, how there's no cohesion with their team.
Terrible.
They can't play together.
No, I feel
Like-
like they talk about it. So I feel like every time the Lakers is brought up around Stephen A. Smith, he goes in.
Well,
Michael
that's Stephen A.
Wilbon, he
Smith.
goes in every single time. So because
I don't watch
can't even
ESPN
watch
now.
NBA.
Me
Oh,
neither. I
neither.
don't either. But
Yeah.
I see some
No,
of the
I
clips
think
on
they're
the
getting
highlights,
talked
and
about.
that's
Like
how
Charles Barkley can't. I mean, he every other word is the Lakers. I mean, it could be 50 other teams with worse records, and he's going to get on the Lakers. Granted, they
But
deserve it.
it's
They're playing
LeBron
terrible,
James.
but I think they're getting talked about for sure. Like I feel like they are getting what they deserve as far as the bad mouthing. I do feel like they're getting that, but they deserve it, bro. They deserve every little piece, every little bit of it. The team is terrible. Like I watched them against the Knicks last night, and it's like the thing with the Lakers that drives me crazy is that I know people say, "Oh, you're blaming the coach." Well, you're trying to give a scapegoat to the players. No, but at what point do you make your players adjust the defense to stop somebody? If you watch De'Aaron Fox against the Lakers, it's the most sickening shit you'll ever see.
Oh, he owns the Lakers.
He owns the Lakers,
Literally,
bro.
pick and roll, free throw line, jumper. When are you gonna say, okay, this isn't working? Let's trap him, or let's blitz him on and make somebody else finish the basket and get the
So
points.
it's the
It's
issue
literally insanity. So
that
it's
they aren't playing defense or can't play defense.
I understand
I
that
don't know.
the
I don't
guys
think they're.
are on the court, but the coaching is
I
just
don't
like,
know.
what are you doing?
At first,
Yep.
At first they were saying it was the players. Everybody was too old to play defense. So now, they have a younger bunch, and it still ain't happening.
It's the same thing.
So I think
It's
it
almost
has
like
to be-
LeBron has something written in
yeah.
his contract. You can't. If I'm playing, you can't coach. Like we don't get coach. It's almost like that. Like I'm almost like something in his contract says that a coach can't coach because he's been having there's been no coaching going on since the bubble. Like there's been no
Right.
coaching going on.
Maybe he don't want to be coached.
But it's something. It got to be something because the
Mhm.
coach is not like. I don't know, man. Man, I'll have y'all on this thing till midnight talking about fucking Lakers. It makes me
All right.
sick.
I just want passion, love attraction, baby, look at that shit. I just like passion, see I'm classic. charge on its last light. Same clothes I'm from last night. Still lit like it's last night. Young living in the fast life. Young. Smoke cloud from the ash pipe. Catch air from the half pipe. I need a centerfold from the shows with the mansion. Chandelier dancing. Counting a phantom. Yeah. Been had hella francs, man, it's ballpark figures. Might be in the field, but I came from the trenches. You can tell it's my time, look at better squint. I do like the charm on my wrist, let me flip. Want me pay the way, I'm the wave, I'm authentic. Sitting courtside, got a sprain, nigga. I bring the gang for the gang. Nothing but a thing when I sing. Young Usain, I sprinting, getting fresh prints. Counting a blessing on blessing on blessing. They call me the reverend, y'all nigga play too much.